Australia took the lead once again, and then England saved the best for last, forcing a draw in the final test. What a series this has been. It's been back and forth twists and turns, incredible individual performances. But the question I have for you is, did England deserve this result? Was this a fair draw based on the performance throughout the 5 days? Let me know your thoughts. England resumed day 5, needing a further 259 runs to win with 8 wickets in hand. And all eyes were on Tammy Beaumont, who started the day on 78. But unfortunately, she fell early, edging a delivery from Megan Shutt behind. But that brought Captain Heather Knight to the crease, and she anchored the innings alongside Alice Capsey. Their 44-run stand frustrated the Australian attack until Capsey mistimed a pull shot off the bowling of Jonassen and holed out in the deep. Soon after, Knight departed as well, caught behind off Jonassen, leaving England still needing 62 runs for victory with 5 wickets remaining. It looked like Australia might pull off a remarkable win, but England had other ideas. Sophia Dunkley smashed a boundary through extra cover and then a 6-over long off, displaying the positive intent England needed. She found an unlikely ally in number 11 batter Freya Davies. Together, they added 28 runs before Dunkley was caught in the deep off a mistimed slog. But by this time, England's tale had come to life. Kate Cross blunted the Australian attack, hitting 2 boundaries and putting on 32 runs for the 7th wicket with Davies. It was the 10th wicket stand that truly stole the show. It was Davies and Charlie Dean, who held firm against the Aussie attack and played out 14 dot balls in a row, frustrating the Australian fielders. Just when it seemed like Australia might break through, Dean hit a boundary through extra cover to seal the draw for England. That boundary was met with wild celebrations as England's players and fans realized the magnitude of what they had achieved. Australia had dominated large parts of the match, thanks to centuries from Beth Mooney and Captain Meg Lanning. Mooney notched her 13th ODI century, while Lanning reached the milestone in style, becoming the 2nd Australian batter to score 7,000 runs in limited overs cricket. Australia's bowlers fought hard to defend their total, but England's resolute batting ensured there would be no late collapse. They finished on 284 for 9, just 2 runs short of their target. While England may not have won the Women's Ashes this time around, this match was a testament to their spirit and determination. The result means Australia retains the Ashes, but England showed that they can compete with the best. So my question to you is, what was your favorite moment from this epic clash? Now, if you've followed the series, you'd know that England entered the final test trailing by 10 points. They needed a win with a bonus point to retain the Ashes. But Australia's resounding victory in the first test meant England faced an uphill battle. Australia racked up an imposing total of 339 thanks to centuries from Mooney and Lanning. England's bowlers toiled hard, but the Australian openers set the tone with a 216-run partnership, laying the foundation for victory. In reply, England's batting struggled, and they were dismissed for 230, conceding a 109-run first innings deficit. Captain Meg Lanning's decision to bat again proved effective as Australia declared their second innings on 172 for 4, setting England a victory target of 281 runs. On day 4, England began their chase positively, reaching 103 without loss. But the introduction of spinner Jess Jonassen shifted the momentum. She broke the opening stand and claimed 3 wickets, including that of the dangerous Danny Wyatt. England's middle order struggled to find consistency, and they were left reeling at 178 for 6. A defiant 7th wicket partnership between Sophia Dunkley and Charlie Dean added 56 runs, but it wasn't enough. England ended the day on 234 for 8, still needing 47 runs to win with 2 days remaining. The match hung in the balance, and everything was set up for an exciting conclusion. Day 5 began with England's batters facing a daunting task. They needed a miracle to win, but the Australian bowlers weren't giving anything away easily. England's hopes were pinned on Tammy Beaumont, who began the day on 26, and her experienced head was needed to guide her team to victory. All right, so let's dissect the main talking points of this epic encounter. Firstly, we've got to applaud Australia's dominant batting display. They set the tone right from the start. Beth Mooney's 13th ODI century and Meg Lanning's controlled aggression were instrumental in posting that substantial first innings total. These two are simply class apart, and they laid a solid foundation for Australia's success. In contrast, England's batting, while showing glimpses of promise, lacked consistency. Crucial partnerships didn't materialize, and they failed to build on promising starts. However, credit where it's due. Tammy Beaumont's 78 in the first innings and her vital contribution in the second innings were standout performances for England. She showcased resilience and temperament under pressure, which is a testament to her experience. Next up, let's discuss the bowling. Australia's pacers utilized the conditions effectively, regularly beating the bat and troubling England's solid defense. Megan Shutt and Darcy Brown in particular stood out, causing problems for England throughout the match. On the other side, England's bowlers showed heart and determination, but the Australian openers proved too strong, frustrating their efforts and denying them regular breakthroughs. Looking at the fielding, both teams were solid. There were a couple of close calls, but overall, the standard was high, which kept the intensity high throughout the match. Now, here's the pivotal point. Despite Australia's dominance in the first innings and England's valiant effort to stay in the game, the result felt somewhat inconclusive. England's second innings total of 234 for 8 should have yielded a bigger first innings lead for Australia. The fact that they were restricted to just 172 for 4 in their second innings highlights that England's bowlers, despite going for runs, managed to contain Australia to a manageable total, preventing a decisive victory. And finally, the tactics. Australia's decision to bat again in the first innings allowed them to gain a significant advantage, setting up their first innings lead. In the second innings, England's aggressive approach, particularly from Sophia Dunkley, injected urgency into their chase, keeping Australia on edge. Both teams adapted to the conditions and made strategic adjustments throughout the match, contributing to the tactical battle. The result of this test match was, in my view, a tad inconclusive. Australia, with their superior batting, should have aimed for a more decisive victory in their second innings. A total of around 250 to 300 would have likely forced England into a tough corner, making a win impossible. Instead, the match ended in a draw, which leaves the series with a sense of what could have been. So here's what I think. Australia dominated the series, winning 2 tests and drawing 1. Their consistency across all departments was impressive. Their openers set the tone, their bowlers delivered in crunch moments, and their spinners provided valuable support. In contrast, England showed flashes of brilliance, notably Tammy Beaumont's batting and their bowlers' resilience. But they lacked the consistency required to challenge Australia on their home turf. In terms of future prospects, Australia's squad is brimming with young talent. Players like Darcy Brown and Annabelle Sutherland showcased their potential. Meanwhile, England's bowling attack showed promise, but their batting needs attention. Squad rotation and a focus on developing a strong domestic structure will be crucial for their growth. That's about it for me today, folks. I hope you found this analysis insightful. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more captivating cricket breakdowns. Until next time, keep supporting us. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.